guys do some fun things, and I'm not going to tell you too much because they're going to tell you all about it. It's pretty crazy. Here's Christian and Kate.
Thank you, Luke. So yes, my name is Christian.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Hi, I'm Mitchell.
And we're from the Be Awesome Festival Dream Team. We're here to share a story with you about how we turned the Be Awesome Festival dream into a reality in 3 months. So Be Awesome is a social movement that aims to empower the mindset that in each moment we have the freedom to stop, choose and act with integrity. I started the project in 2013 as a blog, and then about 18 months ago I was doing a lot of work with schools in Queensland and Asia, and I realised that there was a real need for a revolution in education. And around this time I also had quite a crazy vision. So I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine you're back at school. You're 8 years old, you're bored out of your brains, and then all of a sudden a giant pimped out bus pulls up into your school oval and magically unpacks to form the Be Awesome Festival. And this is the most memorable and empowering day of your entire school life. So I set on this vision, procrastinated for about 18 months, and then some close friends of mine this year in February challenged me to just do it. So I set myself the goal to create the smallest possible version of this festival in 3 months, which became the Be Awesome Festival pilot. I put a call out through social media for people to join me for a vision presentation on the 3rd of March at the Edge, and I also live streamed that through Google Hangouts. And this is me nervously waiting for people to turn up to that event. And to my surprise, some people actually turned up. My girlfriend, a couple of friends, some friends of friends, and also some random strangers. And from here we created a public poll to crowdsource the lessons that we would try to teach in this first pilot event. So we had over 100 responses to this poll question, and we used the top 3 responses to design 3 physical challenges that would form the centerpiece for this festival pilot. The top 3 responses were how to embrace failure to become more resilient, how to love and validate yourself without needing the approval of others, and how to trust your gut instinct. And just imagine being able to embody those lessons yourself as an 8-year-old and what a difference that would make to your adult life. We also had this brainwave at that stage that it might be nice to crowdfund the costs for this festival instead of chasing a grant or a corporate sponsorship. And this was a beautiful idea at the time. And then we got really close to the deadline and realised it was kind of mission impossible. We needed $8.5 grand in the final 3 days. Pass on to Mitchell.
So, I first joined the Dream Team after Christian put out a call for collaborators over the Be Awesome channels. And originally, when I looked at it, it really aligned with my personal values. And I felt like as a designer, I could offer quite a lot of skills to get this vision across and make it a reality. So the Dream Team met every Tuesday night. And it was really quite an amazing environment to be in. It was a really great, diverse team, and there's something really special about being in an environment where everyone actively wants to be there, and I think it's a little bit rare in this day. So naturally the energy dipped as the weeks went on, and especially with prominent when workshopping stuff like risk management, liability insurance, crowdfunding, that kind of stuff. But around week 10, something really amazing happened. We got an influx of 12 amazing volunteers that really were amazingly enthusiastic.
Yeah, so I was one of the volunteers, and I sent in a confirmation. When I got the confirmation email, I was absolutely stoked to be a part of this group. It's so rare nowadays to find a team that's so dedicated and passionate towards such a goal, and it's something that I align myself with as well. As a cricket coach, I love having the opportunity to influence children in a way that makes them stronger and happier, and I feel it's the greatest contribution you can make nowadays in children. Seeing the goal transform from ideas and concepts to challenges to real life structures was absolutely fascinating, especially in the mind of a bunch of strangers. And by the last couple of weeks, we were a well-oiled machine. It was amazing how well everyone communicated, and it was a real environment of individual growth, and that's something I definitely found within myself. one of the lessons I did learn as well was how to learn and validate yourself, which I didn't really expect to learn considering I had no personal goals myself, but in an environment where it's possible to not learn such things. When we asked the children what makes them awesome, the most incredible response we got was, "I'm awesome because I'm me." And we were blown away. It was the most powerful phrase we could have asked for. And it's pretty impossible to teach a kid to learn and validate yourself if you don't do it. So I learned to practice what I preach.
So this is us on 10:30 on Friday night before the event, and it just really highlights the amazing commitment that the volunteers and the Dream Team had to seeing this become a reality.
Yeah, Mitch is right. The week before the pilot was on the 23rd of May, and that final week was a real roller coaster of emotions. So somehow we managed to raise $8,500 in those final 3 days. And with the effort of the Dream Team, everything just magically came together at the last minute, like all good festivals do. So this is me on the morning of the festival, like running on caffeine and adrenaline, with an iPhone and an air horn. I guess the success of the pilot just blew our minds. It was more than we could have expected. And here we are now working with the parents and kids, reflecting on the outcomes of that event. And we plan to scale this up for 2 events, one in Brisbane and Melbourne, and then later in the year, and then growing across Australia and eventually globally. If I was to take one lesson for me from this whole experience, it's been about embracing failure and not being afraid for this whole thing to just completely fail.
The biggest thing I really took away from this pilot was to not necessarily be perfect in everything you do, but to just get stuff done.
And I definitely learned, as this jacket of self-love so beautifully puts, that self-love is an incredibly powerful thing.
So yeah, thank you to everyone who supported the Be Awesome Festival pilot. I know there's a bunch of people that contributed to the crowdfunding campaign, and we invite you, if you want to be involved in anything that we're doing in the future, please get in touch. Thank you for following our dream, and thank you for being awesome!